Hi guys, and welcome to my video on One Piece episode something and episode something. It's in the title, you have seen them, you have read the title of this video, so you know what I'm talking about even though I don't know what numbers they are. Sorry about no video last week. I had some tech problems, which was really annoying, but hopefully that won't happen again because fixing that was not cheap. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about the last episode and this episode, which I think is really good because they were pretty connected, and last week was super emotional and this one was full of reveals. So let's talk a little bit about the previous episode because Jesus Christ, I'm not gonna lie, I cried, and I'm really happy that I cried because that was all I wanted from that episode. Because it did a really good job of building up the tension, not only between the samurai and the Mings, but also just between Dogstorm and Cat Viper. And then you just have all of this tension, like they're fighting each other, then you have Kinemon and Kanjiro and Momo just running out trying to stop them and being like, hey, we're these samurai from Wano country, from this clan. And you just have the tension of the Straw Hats just expecting a war to break out. And then Dogstorm and Cat Viper kneeling and saying Raizo is safe. I mean, Jesus Christ, it was just so powerful. And I remember in the manga as well because I remember this was like an experience. I remember exactly where I was, what had happened. It was just wow. Because I'm just gonna tell you this story. I remember I was sat in my kitchen and I was doing I was making Christmas like chocolate or something for Christmas. And I remember sitting in my kitchen and the chapter was out early, I think. And I remember just sitting down and reading it while waiting for the chocolate to like cool down. And I remember just starting to weep when I read the Raizo is safe, and I was just like, and I had people coming through because I was just sat on the kitchen floor, and people was just like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just sat like surrounded by chocolate and just crying looking at your computer. And it was so emotional. I was so happy that this previous episode just really brought those emotions back, because even though you know what's coming, it's just like the tension and the music, and I think there was like very little music at some points as well, but it was just everything just built up to that one sentence, Raizo is safe, and just the Straw Hats expressions, and you have Dogstorm and Cat Viper just smiling and saying we would never like betray a friend or whatever they said, and then Kinemon smiling, and you just have the realization that these people are so good friends that they would destroy their country, destroy this beautiful country that's been around for centuries to protect one guy, and you're just like, and the whole country was in this extreme secret, and oh my god, was amazing. And then going into this episode with of course that reveal, then we get more reveals that the Kosuke clan, which is what Kinemon's a part of and has tattoo mark on his back, that's something that Cat Viper, Dogstorm, Kanjiro is a part of too, and apparently Momonosuke is their lord, and they've been lying when they said that Momo and Kinemon were father and son, because apparently not. And Momo is one of the highest rank amongst them. And it's and we have Raizo at the end there, which again was just such a really good way for it to just like, you just know that they're hyping up this ninja, and you know, because this is One Piece, you know this is Oda, he's gonna troll us. This is not gonna be like, it's not gonna be what you expect. It's not, you're not gonna find Naruto sitting there. You're gonna find something weird, and you just have this guy who looks kind of like a monkey with a really, really big head, and he's just crying, and oh my god. I remember really laughing at that in the manga as well, and I thought I really like his design because he's just the last person you'd expect to have the title of ninja. Oh my god, and oh my god, let's talk about, I'm just jumping all over the place right now, but whatever. This is why this is not a review. Dogstorm and Cat Viper, again we start off with them having just said the Raizo is safe thing, and then they kind of start talking to Kinemon, and then they interrupt each other and they fight again. We have the stuff with Momonosuke, and then they kind of make up, and the tension between them kind of fades out, and you just have the Mings just celebrating because oh my god, they finally stopped fighting each other. And I just really like that because of course they have been depicted as this cat and dog, the cat and the dog. Of course they are foils, but they have also been depicted as have been really good friends in the past, and something happened apparently with Momo's father, Oden, and now apparently they hate each other, but they're making a truce, not gonna fight because Momo's there and they don't want to hurt his feelings, and we have yet to find out more about what the hell is going on. But for now, they are not fighting, and their interactions from here on out are some of my favorites. I really like that. But we also have, just keeping on going with the reveals, we have Momo as they are climbing the whale tree where Raizo is hidden. We have him saying that the closer they get to this tree, the louder the voice that he can hear is, and apparently like no one else can hear this voice, but we have Cat Viper and Dogstorm being like, oh, a long time ago there was this man who had a similar ability. And at this point you should be able to guess who that is because we had the same reveal in Fishman Island, but I'm not gonna say anything in case you've considered that super ultra spoiler, so, but it's guessable. And we're gonna have other characters who can hear this voice as well. But that's a good thing because apparently that was, the power to hear this voice is something that Oden, Momo's father, was also able to do, and it's gonna be important, obviously. And we also see by the end, and also confirmed in the preview, that the thing that Raizo is chained to is in fact a poneglyph. And what is interesting about this poneglyph is not that it's just a poneglyph, it's the fact that this one is red. Oh my god. A special poneglyph that we're gonna talk about in the next episode. And I'm so hyped for it because these chapters, going back to the manga again, I just remember that it was just emotional chapter, then we have this one kind of clarifying stuff, and then the next chapter was just a crazy info dump. Like, I remember when at that point I didn't have a YouTube channel, but I remember watching like 17 reviewers just talking about this, and everyone was just, this chapter is just gonna go down in history as the info dump chapter because we got so much information. And if you're anime only, like, next chapter it's gonna be, because even though it's not, I'm gonna spoil things here I feel, but it's not like mind-blowing information we're getting, it's just information that we've been expecting to get, and that we can kind of guess, but we still get like new information that we probably couldn't guess, but it's kind of the beginning of the end. And I'm not gonna say anymore, but next episode is good. Like, generally, like, the anime has done a really good job with this part of So. I feel like the beginning they really stretched out a lot of things, and I complained a lot in the beginning also, even though they had a few moments where they did the dragging and the in-canon filler moments, like they did those quite well, but except for like a few things. But from, yeah, they've done this middle part of So really well. I don't even know if this is can be categorized as a middle part, but from a few episodes ago, and just till now, they've done a really good job, like they've taken a chapter each week, I feel like, instead of half a chapter, and just, they've done it really well. And I haven't even talked about the music, because that's something I really, it really caught my attention in this episode, that the music was just so good. Especially like with the reveals and just like all the moments, like the music just fits so well, and I just remember being like, wow, like wow. Also, just a side note that I just like remembered also noticing in this episode, Zoro was just like through this whole thing, except for like one moment, he did not care for any of this crap. He was just sat in the background looking really annoyed, or just like he didn't care, and he was just like, ugh, I am too good for this crap. And then he had that one moment where he told Nami off because she was like, oh, Momo, you seem to be a lord, you must have a lot of money. And also by the end we have Law following them up the whale tree, and I, for the life of me, cannot remember if there was a reason for him to be there. But, you know, it's law. I don't have anything against him. I feel like I talk about him a lot as if I don't like him. That's not the case. He feels so extra in this arc because he's not really doing anything. Again, nothing against him. He just sometimes in this arc he just feels like it feels like he doesn't belong. He's there just because all the fans like him, and that kind of annoys me because yeah, enough about that. I feel like I don't know if there's more to talk about because you've seen the episode. Generally it was just really good. I really enjoyed this. The animation was good as well, especially in Luffy. I feel like I said that a few episodes ago as well, but Luffy was drawn really well. Robin was drawn well compared to all the times I would complain. She was drawn pretty well, especially close-ups of her. Not looking for, like, if we got full body things of her, like, just get her out of my sight. But generally this episode was drawn really well, and I appreciate that because it kind of takes you out of really good episodes if the animation is just really wonky and something is just completely off. But because the animation was smooth, the music was good, the content was good, this episode was just really good, and I remember it flew by really quickly because I enjoyed it so much. And sometimes that's just not the case for the One Piece anime. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm sitting there watching an episode for like hours and nothing happened. But this episode was really good. This episode was really flippin' good. But yeah, let's continue this chat in the comments below before I make this 17 hours long. Yeah, please leave your comments and I will see you next week. Bye.